Anthony Ford with Kong Armor, the world's toughest deck armor. We're here in Independence, Kentucky, and I want to show you guys this beautiful, beautiful deck that we just got done armor encapsulating, saving its life from peeling deck paint. So just a couple days ago, this deck here and this color is called Northeast Red, and it's a vibrant red, and it's just really, really gorgeous up against brick homes. But this deck peeling deck paint very, very badly. Severely weathered boards, right? So also rotten boards in here, and we had loose rails. We had a busted step down there. Just everything that you could think that an old weathered deck would have, this deck had. But the problem is to try to find somebody to come in and sand up that peeling paint that it had via local contractor or local painter. All they have access to is thin residential deck paints and stains. So in order to recoat this or repaint it, the preparation calls for removal of all that. And the cost of all that often runs up too close to the cost of just pulling all the boards and doing redecking, right? That's the problem. Enter the solution. Kong Armor, the lifetime deck armor system. A coating system that's 30 to 60 times thicker than thin residential deck paints and stains, and it has a special ability. It has the ability to lock down and encapsulate peeling deck paints, peeling bare deck over, flaking, disintegrating deck stains without the need, without that special preparation. So it doesn't need sanding, it doesn't need media blasting, it doesn't need any of that. Its exact purpose is the lockdown encapsulation of peeling deck paints, and to bring back to life, to rebuild the surfaces of severely weathered wood. And this wood here, it was severely weathered. Now Kong, other than that, we're talking about a coating system that's first in class when we talk about UV block technology. The rays will come down, they'll hit this, and they'll deflect back up into the atmosphere where they belong. What else do we notice about this big, thick film technology? What we call tough film technology. It locks down splinters, locks down frayed wood, right? What we call splinter lock technology. It'll also take on wind-driven rain, sleet, ice, hail, up to hurricane wind speeds and beyond. What we call tough film technology. That's why we call it the world's toughest deck armor. It does something else really, really cool for backyard decks, docks, outdoor structures. It's something that we call true water lock, and it's something that you guys here in Cincinnati, northern Kentucky, southeast Indiana, where we get just as much rain on average as Seattle, Washington, that you guys desperately need, because your guys' decks are rotten and falling apart all over the place because you don't have this one feature, true water lock. Kong Armor delivers true water lock to decks. How? By the time we're done with our encapsulation process, we don't call it painting. Our application process is different. It's the pressing into cracks, the pressing into nail and screw holes, encapsulation, lockdown, right? We do all that while we're encapsulating the peeling paint. But the end results are there are no open cracks, none. So in our floors, you'll notice there's no hairline cracks that are open. There's no open cracks in the boards whatsoever, period. Also, you'll also notice there are no nail and screw hole entry points that are open anywhere. What does that do? It does two really important things. It locks out water, right? That slows down on the expansion and contraction of your deck's wood, dramatically expanding its life, right? Number two, It stops that water from entering the cracks, entering those nail and screw holes, causing your steel fasteners to rust. 90% of you here in the tri-state have steel fasteners that rust. The wood reacts with it, and then you guys get board rot. It arrests that. It cuts it out. So it's such a benefit. It's such a tremendous feature that Kong Armor delivers that you won't get from anybody else that does deck restoration and resurfacing, I assure you. Look how beautiful. Walk down through here. I'll show you the outside of the deck real quick. We replaced a step down here, and then I'll show you what else I did for this beautiful lady. Also put safety blocks. I put safety blocks up underneath of every single step that she had, just to make her feel a little bit safer. Right here, you guys will see the Kong Armor, the plaque. So there's a service plaque for her that has our phone number, our website. How do we do that? Well, this is now a Kong Armor lifetime deck armor system, where this deck owner now, has local access to our deck rescue painters, our deck restoration painters for life here in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, Southeast Indiana. She's backed by a lifetime service promise and a lifetime limited warranty. That delivers something really, really cool. It means that she's never gonna have to completely paint, stain, or refinish her deck system ever again. Now think about this for a second. She just avoided tear down to the frame redecking, right? So we just saved her from that. That was tens of thousands of dollars in savings. Don't doubt it. It really, really was. Now, she saved that, and then here in a few years, she's going to skip another refinishing cycle. So the average refinishing cycle for a wood deck in the United States is 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years from now, she won't have that cost and she won't have that expenditure, right? And it'll just go on and on and on and on. We stay with them for life to make sure that their coating systems stay healthy, beautiful, and viable. Man, thick build elastomer in this Northeast red is just drop dead gorgeous. If you look up underneath of here in our post, it's that synthetic composite, almost composite like appearance that everybody seeks out in our post, right? Filled it all in, all the cracks, everything in the post, all that stuff filled in with about, I don't know, I'd say about $300 of the world's toughest deck post crack filler, silverback epoxy, right? So from on the verge of replacement to drop dead gorgeous, beautiful, truly waterlocked, splinter locked, encapsulated in the world's toughest deck armor, saved from peeling deck paint. Yours can be too. If you live in the tri-state area, hop on kongarmor.com. You guys can learn about Kong there. You can learn about our services, our peeling deck paint lockdown encapsulation. You can sign up for a free quote when you're ready to do that, right? You can also just, like I said, go there to learn about us. Follow us on social media, right? So you can see that we keep doing this over and over and over again, and have for the past 10 years. And you can also see us staying with our clients, staying with our lifetime deck armor system owners, going back and revisiting them year after year after year. There's nobody in the deck protection segment, deck refinishing, deck painting, deck stain, whatever you want to call it. There's nobody that's doing that right now. Only Kong Armor. Should tell you all you need to know. Get to kongarmor.com. From Independence, Kentucky, I gotta go. I'm Anthony Ford, the proprietor of Kong Armor. See ya.